I chose this path, and I enjoy the path I'm on, and I know the why behind why I'm doing this particular path. That creates the fuel. You know what I mean? Like, I don't ever wake up and feel like, damn, I have to do this. My frame always is, damn, I get to do this.
This is fucking life, baby. Things happen within the game that, you don't expect. At the end of the day, the awesome thing is that we get to play.
What's up, familia? My name's Rollin Berry. I went from food stamps to building a multi-million-dollar company. What actually allowed for this had nothing to do with business strategy. It was how I was operating. Welcome to the channel where I document my life, my work, and the internal frames up here that create the external results you see outside. This is the journey.
Steve Brushee with Ravens, he made a decision. He made it on instinct. And he defined instinct as if the decision that he made ended up being something that didn't go the way that he wanted it to go, and he didn't regret it, and he felt comfortable with, then to him, he was okay with that, and that was making a decision on instinct. Inevitably, none of us are going to make decisions that we're going to always say, okay, the end result is going to be envisioned from what we think it's going to be. The biggest thing that I've accepted is I don't always know what is always in my best interest. I've thought, hey, what I want should look like this, but in the unfolding of what I want, it's gonna look like this. Like, it's gonna come in this time frame, or it's gonna look like that. And I've discovered that when I was chill with different ways for how it came about, I just let it be. I was just like, all right, well, it might look different than what I thought. Then shit just started happening significantly easier, and more shit started coming. I think a lot of people think though that it's all about the external. I don't even think people are often aware of how much the internal plays a role. Because no, they're just putting more effort into what they think is gonna get the outcome. But I think it's more from lack of awareness of just knowing your actually internal frame has a stupid, ridiculous amount of impact on what it is that you're actually gonna achieve external, without question. I was like, if I could have a situation where someone would just film me just vibing, that would be the best one. Because I tried in the past on YouTube where I would come up with, I thought of the topic, and then I'd sit in front of a camera and I'd try to speak to it, and it just didn't flow right for me. You know what I mean? I felt like I didn't really have anyone teeing me up in that capacity, and I wasn't really good at just sitting in front of a camera and talking to it, more so than I was bouncing. So
Yes, I'm here for it. Yes, you texted me? I didn't get a text from you. I am so excited about this. I took Spanish in high school, so I know, but I didn't I did it enough to get by, but I travel a lot more now, and so one of the things that I don't say frustrated me, but I love people, and so one of the things when I went to go to Spanish-speaking nations, and I love Latin women, so there's that. Was I wanted to be able to communicate significantly more than when I wasn't not using Google. There was this one lady who was in Orlando who I saw does phenomenal work with teaching people. I just got an email that she has an opening that she could take me, so that's what I was saying, that I'm super geeked about that, because that's going to be awesome. And it was on my thing for 2026. I was literally had on my list because I've been waiting so long for her to go try to find somebody else, that this is freaking awesome.
You know what I mean? We need to have this sheet basically tell a story that makes sense, and anything that's completely off, or we need to either massage or make it make sense super clear. And that's one that I think opens up way more questions than I think it has to. When I go to the gym, it's usually my I zone the fuck out. I'm a guy people are often yo, let's train, or let's work out together, like I don't work out with people because like I put in my headphones and I'm gone. You know what I mean? Like that's just my time to like be me. So like having a camera now, you know what I mean? Like, this is gonna be an adjustment for the book. You know what I'm saying? But like, so usually, with the exception of that, usually it's do not disturb when we're ever in the gym. So we gotta lock in now. No more outside attention. Alright. Because like we're just sitting here vibing on like the process of what this is gonna be like, and it's gonna take time, and like we're gonna throw different things to the wall, see what works and what have you. But I see this all the time with like, and maybe just because I got into the analytic portion of this with like the business, and inevitably, because especially in e-com, I mean in any business honestly, like you should be assessing the data and testing things, right? But like I've seen creative elements. So when I say creative, just speaking to someone who's might not understand that, we're talking like, let's say an image, right? Or a title for a product or something like that. I've seen one that looked, in my opinion, horrendous versus another one. But you'd say, oh, that's aesthetically significantly better. But the conversion in terms of how many people bought on the one that looked, I would say, horrendous versus the one that looked pretty, night and day. That happens just all the time. You know what I mean? Like I see it all the time with regards to like what you think might be one versus other. Test things, you know what I mean? Like in all aspects. You know what I mean? Even like with this channel, we're going to be throwing out a lot of with content. We're going to be throwing out a lot of different things where I'm going to say, hey, maybe try this, even if it doesn't come from me. You know what I mean? Whoever it may come from, whatever it may be, like run it for yourself. Because inevitably, like you will, if you keep doing that, find that iteration of it that does hit if you remain consistent. Significantly better for you to remain consistent and do some shit than to not do any shit or think that you got to find the perfect shit for you and then not end up doing it because you're like, oh, I don't know what the perfect shit is. Like, nah, bro, just run. You know what I mean? Yeah. Within the wanting, there's the layer of it's not coming. Because like when you're in that frame of like, I want, you could like, it almost like underlines you don't already have. Therefore, when you're in that frame of I don't already have, you could not see what's already like coming to you, and you're in the process of doing it. Like right now, I know every single day, this like what we're doing right here, what I'm doing, what you're seeing, this is the manifestation of everything that is coming for me.
Like I get to meet amazing people every single day.
Like we're watching it build. You know what I'm saying? And this is why we're doing the documentation of this. You know what I mean?
If you find what it is that just resonates for you, oftentimes I'm sure it's on the other side of fear.
It is here. This is what the build of it looks like, you know what I'm saying?
You know, whatever it is maybe internally that's blocking you, and this is inevitably when I'm making this fucking content, so that you can inevitably wake up every day, or whatever it is that, you know what I mean, your passion, whatever it is, I don't usually need to say passion, whatever it is that gives you that fuel, you can find and have that same light and that same love every day.